Alrighty, hello there. This is only one Kenobi, only one. And I just want to feed back to you the stuff I've just heard now from the Hasbro Pulse live stream reveal thing. That was really good, because I could obviously watch it. I was watching it on my phone and I was screen grabbing away. So I'm going to talk to you about primarily the vintage collection. That's what I collect mainly, and I'll mention some Black Series stuff. But really, if you are a fan of the vintage collection, that's what I'm going to be covering mainly on this. So it was really good to watch it. I've got to tell you, there was one section I really think that they they could have blown me away, but they didn't. But I'll tell you what that is shortly. So what has been revealed? So first, it was hosted by Patrick and Emily, and so they were there chatting away, and obviously they they put the vintage collection up front and center, which is great. And they've made it obvious that they've heard the news and the whole noise that's been happening at the minute, which is great. So that was really good that they addressed that at the very beginning. So the first thing that was shown was Chirrut Îmwe, and I can't remember why Chirrut Îmwe was on our minds recently. I think it was maybe was it a rumor, or had we heard something from somebody? I don't know. But anyway, he's on the cards. No pun intended. So yeah, Chirrut Îmwe is on there. But what a great character to have. We've got a couple of figures that should have been in the Rogue One line anyway, that could have been, the super articulation was all over. One of them being K2SO. This guy would be really cool. I do like him a lot. So that'll be interesting to see what the card back is for him. What else? Then he moved on, and then he said that this was going to be the coolest thing in the whole announcement. But then they also said there was going to be something at the very end. And I waited until the very end. And what I thought was going to be at the very end wasn't. It was something that they kind of mentioned before the end, and then they had a Q&A, but that's just me obviously not paying attention or whatever. But so I was expecting them to announce a Millennium Falcon or something at the very, very end, but no, they didn't. Or just more vintage stuff. But anyway, so the next thing that was announced was this playset, which was really cool. It was the Bespin Carbonite Freezing Chamber playset, and man, it looks really cool. I've just got my loose collection all out on display for the first time in donkey's years, and this will just set off not just my own collection, but all of your collections. It looks really good. Awesome. There was going to be a figure included with this, and I was just holding my breath thinking, come on, do it. Blow me away with some Lobot or some Lando Calrissian. Did they give us that? No. So I'm not complaining, because obviously they gave us this. This is pretty cool. It's a Stormtrooper. I can do with more Stormtroopers. I'm happy with that, man. But the thing is, if they'd said Lobot, I would have been like, whoa, that's just amazing. At the end of the day, they'd announced it was the 40th anniversary, and they're recognising that it's the 40th, and they're giving us new stuff. And though we all love this new Stormtrooper sculpt, it's just a repack, isn't it, really? And I would have liked that Stormtrooper repacked on a New Hope card. That's just me, isn't it, really? But I just think that something like Lobot would have been absolutely epic. But they didn't give us that. So there you go. That was my slight disappointment. But still, these images are absolutely incredible. Then they went on. There was more. Oh, brilliant, because we do need more. We're talking about the figures that were on the box display. And, again, I had my fingers crossed for something good like Lobot, Lando. But this is really cool. This is Leia. Really good. Pay attention to this actual... keep in mind that this figure here is, it's not a figure, that's an artistic or digital rendering of what she will look like, but that'll be really good. Really excited to see what card backs they will use for all of these. You did obviously get a look at the card back for the Stormtrooper, so that's pretty cool, the fact that it's done in the Bespin chamber, the Carbonite chamber, so that's really good. So that's, in itself is something new and cool. So yeah, it was all really exciting watching it live. After that, I was sort of listening away, and I was sort of cropping all my screen grabs, and they were going on about the Black Series, and I do like the Black Series. I do collect it, and I treat that as the poor man's Hot Toys in a way. I've got plans for putting the few figures I've got in the Black Series into a glass cabinet or something like that. And there was some stuff that was announced. I'm really sorry, but I wasn't screen grabbing all of that. But I do know that they announced this Commander Cody. That's pretty cool, man. I'll be getting that. Really good. So that was the fan vote thing. So the whatever it was, they did a forum or something. So he has won. That's really good news to get him back. For the archive line, I beg your pardon. It was the archive thing, so that's pretty cool. And then, this must have been the thing that I was waiting for at the very end. It happened before the end. It happened before the Q&A. I thought they'd said something was going to be at the very, very end of the stream. It didn't happen, but right before this stream ended, they had this little small VT, and it was Hasbro Pulse. And it was like they showed the Vintage Collection logo, then it was said 2020, so I presume it's going to be announced before the year is out or something. And then they said nothing else. Patrick Snyder's went on. He said, "Oh, we're so excited, yeah." And it's going to be the Vintage Collection. And he said, "Start saving your money." Start saving your money. And, you know, if it's not the Razorcrest, it would be a real miss. But it could be anything, couldn't it? We just don't know. It could be the Tantive 4. Who knows? So let me know what you think it's going to be in the comments. I really hope it's the Razorcrest, personally. Because not only is that a new product and they'll want to push that Disney, it'll be a kick-ass piece, that, won't it? I'd sooner have that than a Tantive 4. I think it's more easily scaled as well. Just a small craft like that. Anyway, I'm going to shut up there. That's just my thoughts. I really do apologise if you are a Black Series collector and you wanted to see a little bit more, but I just was really interested in what they said about the TVC. So what did you think? Did you think it was a little bit of a miss? Do you think they could have given us more? Less? I think they probably could have done with giving us something more, maybe. I don't know. Given that they did actually officially say that this is the last thing that they are going to release for the 40th anniversary. This is it, the last announcement kind of thing. So that means there's no more, and all they're giving you is Leia, a Stormtrooper, and, well, obviously the playset is pretty cool. And then that is it. No classic characters, no Lobot, no Lando re-release or, you know, improvement of the classic Lando. So anyway, thank you for listening. Let me know your thoughts below. I have been only one Kenobi. Only one.